Hi, I'm Toby, I'm 35, and my own liver is trying to kill me. Hi guys, well I'm at the hospital again for my most despised of all procedures, the gastroscopy. This is one that I've had a number of times already, and I probably fear this more than I do the actual transplant. So for this procedure, the mechanics of it are you get taken into a room and have a long tube put down your throat with a camera at the end, and this camera looks at your throat and at your stomach, and in my case we'll be checking for varices, which are bulging veins in the throat caused by a high blood pressure, caused by problems with the hepatic portal vein. If any such varices are found, what they do is they kind of clamp hold of it with a little suction cup and wrap an elastic band around it to tie it off. What eventually happens is that part of the vein dies off and falls off, and you're left with just the stronger parts of the vein which heal over, and the weak part falls into your stomach, I guess, and you dissolve it. They also look at the entrance to the stomach, look for any ulcers in the stomach and that kind of thing. Now, I have issues with things near my throat. I have issues with anything that makes me struggle to breathe or choke or anything. I completely freak out. First time I had this procedure, I had sedative, but they did not give me enough. And I completely freaked out in the middle of the procedure and had to have 3 nurses holding me down while I had this tube shoved down my throat. The other great thing about it is that you have to fast for 6 hours beforehand, and because I didn't wake up early enough, I now haven't eaten anything since about midnight last night. Hey guys, a quick additional here. You see this sign? There are loads of these around. If you're outside a hospital, don't smoke. It's not cool. I just had some guy sit down right next to me, right underneath one of these signs, and start smoking. There were a couple on the table opposite with a little baby. Just think about other people, yeah? I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, it's a hot day, and I'm about as grumpy as it can get. So all I'm looking forward to now is getting this done with, and then waking up and going to get some food. Feeling nervous as all heck. So hopefully I will see you on the flip side. Bye for now. Hey everyone, it's 3 o'clock. I'm in the hospital. I've just filled out all the forms and signed them. And I'm fighting off my anxiety. Hopefully I'll get enough sedation so that I can't remember my name when I wake up. We'll see how this goes. At the very least, I managed to make the nurse laugh quite a lot, which was good. So, you know, I've brightened somebody's day, even if I'm on the edge of a minor freak out myself. Hey guys, I'm out of the ward now. Procedure went well apparently, I guess. I don't remember it. I'm feeling fine, a bit groggy, kind of like double vision, spacey. Other than that, I'm good. Throat's very dry, and I'm very, very thirsty and hungry. So I just might go outside and bury my face in some food as soon as I can. Hi everyone, well as you can see I'm doing okay. Lovely sunny day. This is actually the day after the appointment. Endoscopy went well. Went in, had my sedative. Made a point out of asking him to give me about 3 times as much sedative as I thought I needed, conked out, and woke up in recovery. So that was perfect. No freak out, no worries. So I'll give you a bit of a description now. I've kind of remembered bits of it. So you go into the room, you lie down, and you'll have a cannula in your arm already at this point. And then they put an oxygen thing around your head, so you've got the 2 oxygen tubes going up your nose. Then they put something in your mouth. oh, and they attach kind of heart rate monitors and things. And then they put something in your mouth which is basically it's a bit like having a plastic toilet tube in your mouth. So it holds your mouth open, so you can't bite down on the cable. So the camera cable is about just a little bit thicker maybe than the thickness of your thumb. Actually, no, it might be about right. And it's flexible, and it has a little light and a camera on the end, and it has various little bits of attachments that can come out if you need to do a biopsy or anything, which is when they take a piece of the skin or whatever is inside out for testing. So you're sat there with this thing tied on so you can't close your mouth, which is a weird experience. And you've also had a spray which anesthetizes inside of your mouth, which is tastes a bit like rotten bananas and makes your entire inside of your throat feel like cotton wool. Not an experience I like, because you feel like you can't really swallow, and yeah, and again with your mouth trapped open as well, everything feels really dry. And then if you're having sedative, as I've always had, they will say, okay, we're giving you the sedative now. In this case it was midazolam, and they inject it into your cannula, and as they're doing that they tend to dim the lights, which is a bit of a weird experience, because you know they're injecting sedatives and then suddenly the lights go dim, and your brain, you're kind of thinking, did the lights actually go dim, or am I just half sedated already? And as the lights go dim, sometimes you'll see a kind of stroby flashing, which is actually the flash from the end of the endoscope as they're getting it ready. And then that's probably about all you can remember. So you're lying on your side at this point with this thing in your mouth, bits of cables coming off, but apparently, and it does depend on exactly which procedure you're having, you need to move around during the procedure. You also need to swallow as they're putting the endoscope down your throat to help it go down, which is why you can't have a full sedative. So you have a sedative that makes you a bit dopey, a bit compliant, and makes you forget what happened afterwards. So yeah, it's a bit like being rehypnoled by your doctor. Luckily they're absolutely lovely. Then you wake up in the recovery room, you might have a sore throat, particularly if they've done any banding. And if they've done any banding, you're not allowed to really eat anything for a while, because it could knock the bands off. But if you haven't had any banding or anything like that, you can then have a cup of tea, which they will happily bring to you, and some biscuits, which by that point, if you've been fasting for most of the day, you're going to be absolutely dying for. So my biscuits, 2 packs of biscuits, disappeared very, very quickly. And then they just wait for whoever's supposed to come pick you up to arrive. So if you're having the sedatives, you must have somebody to pick you up. You're not allowed to go home alone. And then if you had this procedure again, you're not supposed to be alone for 24 hours, just in case you get some bleeding in the throat. Hello, Tria. I've got a 3-legged cat here, guest from another garden. Do you want to say hello, Tria? There we go, say hello. Wow. There he goes, popping off. So there we are. Wasn't going to have a guest visitor today, but apparently I do. So yeah, that all went well, and that's the basics of an endoscopy. It is one of my most hated procedures. I really don't like any of the thought of it, and when I didn't have the sedative, I could not handle it at all. But I'll be entirely honest, with the sedative, actually, it's really not bad at all. You don't experience anything nasty or untoward that you can remember. You just kind of get put under and don't remember anything after, as I say. So it's probably less of a stress than most procedures. yet somehow I still seem to freak out about it a bit more. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys all with that. That was my brief introduction to an endoscopy, and me not freaking out this time. So hopefully I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share, and I will see you all on the next video. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your continued watching and your continued support and interest. You've all been absolutely amazing. Bye.